My name is Rob Rossi, and I'm opening up Bestellen restaurant.
I can't believe you're building it yourself.
Well, give us a chance.
Bring somebody in for f***'s sake.
You think I really want to stay in here dirty?
You want to be open, so...
I'm just scared that we're gonna lose. We could lose everything. The restaurant's big. The restaurant's, basically 100 seats.
Who's gonna do all the carpentry finishing for that? You guys?
Yeah, it's not.
You don't want to be dealing with the little finishing details, do you? You really want to be cutting all the wood and sanding?
I'm not doing it out of I think it's a fucking great life experience for me. We're doing it because we fucking have to. There's a lot of things on the line besides some money in the bank. So juicy. We've been waiting too long for this.
Ever since I started cooking, I envisioned myself owning a restaurant. Over the last 5 years, I've gotten more serious about it. I've been cooking for quite some time. My uncle owned a restaurant when I was a kid, and it's just something I've always wanted to do. I went on Top Chef last year. 16 competitors, and I was very close to winning. I made it, I was runner-up, and I was beat up by my friend Dale McKay. When I got back from Top Chef, I made my way back to Mercado. Ryan was also working at Mercado at the time.
I moved to France when I was 16 years old, and being with family and friends and eating and dining, that I knew it's what I wanted to do. For me, it was more about the restaurant experience and the whole restaurant than to just be in the kitchen.
We both wanted to have a kind of casual establishment that served really good food and good wine, and kind of, he knows the front, I know the back. So we thought, you know what, maybe it would be a good partnership.
We looked for 3-4 months and looking for spaces. I think this could be a really good neighborhood. The street, they're all beautiful houses, good neighbor, not many restaurants around here.
When Ryan and I first came in here, it was an old convenience store.
It's the first space we've really seen that has the seating that we wanted.
Yep. What do you think we should do? You think we should put an offer in on it?
I think it's a little too much for the area, but not out of reach. Yeah. I think if we get it down $1 or $2, it's where we...
Well, it's the only space that we've looked at that's big enough. I mean, if we look at it like that.
Yeah, there's not enough out available, and I think even if we get at the price that it's at right now, at least we started the project versus looking and looking and looking for who knows how long.
Well, we've already looked long enough and we haven't found anything big enough.
What do you think about Gus?
You know what, I think he's an honest guy.
Yeah?
I think we can deal with him a little bit.
He seems a little crazy, in a good way, but keeps it really honest, straight shooter. So we're doing it?
Let's do it.
We're doing it.
Let's offer. Put an offer. Right now, we don't have any investors. It's Ryan and myself. It's like marshmallow.
The big thing about the project, we're doing it 100% ourselves.
Just measure it as a rectangle and corner to corner. Okay, so that's done. So you want to finish those two? I can't do any more of this right now. My face is so itchy. And where are these if you're gonna do it? You're gonna have to cut them that way.
This is our budget, and that's it. There's no other. There's no reserve. There's no. After that, it's finding partners, and that wasn't an option.
My eyes are f***ed right now.
Because the installation?
Yeah.
It's almost 3 o'clock now. We've been here since 10:30, and we managed to put up 2 bags of insulation and cut 1 piece of wood. And the rest has all been talking to people, doing meetings.
And then all we'll do is we'll bring our 2-inch piping up and run that over because this floor drain is going to be vented through this sink drain.
We haven't had lunch, we haven't done anything except for going.
This meat room was actually outside. Like if you look at the windows, you like this was at one point we would be standing outside right now, between the 2 buildings. Above here is the roof, and there's sun beating down on it. So it's kind of an odd spot, but it's going to be cool for a room. At one point, this was a fridge because this was essentially a convenience store, and they sell milk. So I had them back there. They're glass doors. They had glass doors where you reach in, grab a 2-liter of milk. There's a really cool old door. It's like probably from the 60s. And I think we're just gonna like fix it up, clean it up, and like reassemble it and like keep that old aspect to it. Look at the logo on that thing. Even the hardware is like old school. The whole premise of this room is it's gonna be a dry age room. So we're gonna insulate it like a walk-in. We're gonna have Metro shelves, and we're gonna be dry aging rib sections, shell loins of beef, a meat rail here, like an old school butcher meat rail. We're gonna be hanging meat, plain glass, and then the bar, and people are gonna look through, but it's gonna be functional. It's part cool looking, but it's mostly functional. It is functional. Big rondelle designed cooler, especially for butcher shops. So it's gonna be done properly. It's not a joke in here. And then we're gonna have a window here, so when people walk in, they can see right into the meat room. It's gonna be cool. Really dimly lit, and yeah, we'll have some good beef coming out of here. Good, a lot of good stuff coming out of here.
If we need a licensed contractor for electrical, plumbing, HVAC, that's where we will hire someone. And Gus is coming to talk to him about putting the stack on that side.
Yeah, well, I'm trying to convince Gus to come here and talk to him because I want to get it cleared up today. Because from what he told me, it's going to be a real pain in the ass for us to cut that trench.
Well, at that point, we'd be below the joist.
No. Come out, and then we're going to have to reinforce it again. Anyway, he said it's not a money thing. It's just a pain in the ass thing. And the other thing, too, is we don't want to cut up the floor here.
Well, I know that.
We don't have to.
I know that, but if it's a 1/4 inch a foot,
I understand.
There,
I'm just saying what he told me. I'm not a plumber.
40 feet.
I'm not a plumber.
You're 10 inches by the time you're there, which is the depth of the joist.
I hear ya.
In the restaurant industry, space is always an asset.
The basement's a good size, and right now we're using it as storage. It's not the most high-tech security.
Our landlord's Gus. Gus, he's a special guy, that's for sure.
So that insulation is good for a roof.
Yeah, this is
Sure.
This is roofing. This is for exterior walls.
He's an electrician. He really built himself up. He owns this building because of his trade and because of what he does.
We can do the foam still, right?
Yeah, I just did this part of it, please. Come down.
He's helping us out a lot, and thank God for him actually, because he's really like sort of taking the helm right now with a lot of things that are kind of like pending electrical wise.
He's our landlord, so he's not gonna f it up.
Craig from Campagnolo, great friend of mine. I've been recently using this space, and it's been great. I'm starting to build my inventory, my repertoire of salamis that I'm going to be having in the restaurant, and if it wasn't for Craig right now, I basically have nowhere to do it.
So, it's shaping up, man. You're getting your larder ready, or you're not your larder,
Getting
but
my
your
together.
yeah. That's awesome.
Yeah, which is good. this helps out. I appreciate you letting me come in here.
No problem. It's good timing too, right? Because we're just getting ready for this party. So you have this place to yourself in the back here while we put the food out.
Are you banged it out?
That's it.
It's been really interesting because Craig and I have done a 360, and like we worked together when we were a lot younger, and we worked together recently at Mercado as well.
Hardwood Grill. They had two, one in Kensington and one in Queensway.
It's called Andre.
Why, they have one on Pilot?
It might. Where the f*** got it? We know him, so. Very good.
Who ran into Pilot? Oh, Nick Piggott with the Pilot and saw Andres after work just slinging back beers.
He went off on his own and he kind of transformed this coffee time into a restaurant, and he's had a lot of success by it. I remember when he tore down his restaurant and he was rebuilding, and now I'm kind of like, I'm a year behind him, but I'm doing the exact same thing. Right now, it is all about getting, like Craig said, getting the pantry stocked up, because once I open, there's no time for this stuff. That's for sure. This stuff has to cure for so long. Like, some of the cures are like, 4 months, right? 5 months where there just won't be time to do this. So it's a good time now to sort of prep up. I'm lucky I've got Craig. I've got buddies that want to help me, which is great. Craig's very cool because he'll always try to give me a heads up. He'll try to help me out because he knows exactly what I'm going through right now, which is great for me because hopefully I don't have to suffer as much as he did. I think I met Craig 7 years ago. I met him at Canoe. That's how I met Grant, and that's how I met Nick before Keta. It's been a cool place because we all kind of stuck together still, obviously, here at Campagnola. So, it works out really well. We all sort of want the same thing, and I think we have the ability to achieve the same thing, right? I think you need to have that to open up a restaurant. You need to have the ability to just break away from everybody else and just do what you want to do, or else you're going to end up, working at wherever forever. You just won't, one day you'll hit an age where you're not going to be old enough to do it. There's just a lot of shit to worry about, and I knew that it would be like this, but it sort of hits you when it's like Tuesday and you've got 40 text messages and 20 emails and you haven't even looked at them yet. That's where it's like, I'm just boning the spine out because I'm going to be making sausages out of them. So I'm not really actually too concerned about how this is cleaned up. It's all going to get ground down. I think I'm for fat.
Ooh, why, is there not fat on there?
I don't think so. It's kind of measly. You know what? Maybe.
Grind it all separately, then mix it in, and then if you need to hold back.
Well, I'm gonna cube all this stuff anyway, right? So I'm gonna clean this up, cube it. It probably will be enough. I hope. If not, I'll go home and I'll get more
More fat?
Yeah. A lot of my friends and colleagues have been coming in lately, particularly Basil and Connie. Connie was with me on Top Chef.
I can't believe you're building it yourself. You don't have a contractor?
And Basil was my old chef when I was younger, a lot younger, like 10 years ago. We don't have a general contractor, right?
Oh no?
No.
You're just hiring trades like as you need them, or?
Hiring trades, yeah.
Yeah.
There's not enough time in this project for people to say, okay, let's do the plumbing first.
Yeah.
So, they all have to just.
Yeah, just do your thing.
They're gonna have to.
You done anything like that before?
I've done small things. I haven't, I can't say I built a fridge before, but I have now. It's not that hard. It's just time consuming, very time consuming.
Where are you gonna put your kitchen?
All back here.
All
From
back
this
there?
line, all the way back.
All back there.
Yeah, so the pass will be right here. We got a big piece of tempered double pane glass for this, just in case anything happens. It just shatters.
All the crayon marks?
Where? Hey?
With all the crayon marks?
I believe that's blood, actually. It's cat blood. Makeup hair.
Church pews.
You like that?
Yeah, that's awesome.
Cool. Those are my band cats.
Nice.
Yeah.
Where did you get them?
I got them from my buddy from Spanish. What, you don't like them?
No, it's awesome. I love it.
And then tables, obviously.
Yeah.
And it looks bigger, but there won't be much room for tables in between. Because the pews come out to here, then the tables stop here, and then the chairs, and then you need
You can still have one more row though, right?
I don't know. And this is going to be covered. We're going to do one layer of drywall.
Oh, really? Why?
Have to, because the fucking city is so tough here. Because this is connected, this has to be fireproofed as well, which means I have to put drywall.
So can you even have the ivy mixed book?
Yeah, I can do that. But I can't, I wanted to leave it back there, but I'm not allowed. Yeah, that's it. We gotta shade this, like we're gonna do all concrete board on this too.
Yeah.
Like anti-mold resistant.
Yeah.
And then we're gonna tile it with subway tiles.
Oh, cool.
This whole wall.
Yeah.
And this whole wall in chalkboard paint. So it took us 2 weeks to rip off all the plaster and the cage, and we had to scrape it all off and got it to what it is now, basically. The floors, we're gonna just polish them. The bar is going right here. Like this blue line.
Yeah.
It's all bar. It's really cool right now because they're coming through and they're seeing me sort of progress, and I'm looking to them for a little bit of like support in a way, and looking for them to give me some insight into what they think.
Good size, like.
Well, I can put a big metro, and then still have enough like room to like actually get in here and do stuff.
Should be a dick and put your private table in here.
It's a little cold.
Private room down here? Is there any more refrigeration?
No. Well, yeah, there is in the back. I'm gonna put 2 stand-up trues, like just doors.
Yeah.
And then here we'll put all the kegs for the beer, because we have like a glycol system, so it'll run through the coil and cool it. We don't need to keep it in the fridge. So upstairs there'll be no kegs. It'll be just taps.
How old is this building?
It's old.
And what was your, oh, it was a grocery store?
It was. All right, buddy. Nice seeing you. Let's go for a drink soon.
Yeah, totally.
We'll call Porcini.
Yeah. We'll go to Campagnolo and
Go to Campagnolo.
send everything. Yeah, send everything back.
That'd be funny, eh? Please speak to the chef, please. That's it.
I think I'll always feel that getting the permits was way too underwhelming.
Should we write those checks?
Yeah, I guess so. But
Huh?
I wish it felt better.
It was a lot of work to get those
when we were slapping it on the door, we're just realizing that was only 5% of the way, if that.
I'm coming over soon, but I just want to let you know that pork that came in, because I didn't order it, it was originally going to you. Do you want me to cut the check to you? Well, we're gonna mail it. We're gonna mail the check. Give me the other invoice then. How much is the other invoice? Do you have it on you? Because I'm writing the check right now.
It's too late.
The other one was 114 too? We're working exactly the same. 38.3. Okay. Okay, thanks a lot, bro. Ciao. We're probably gonna run around $500,000, I think, which is a lot more than we budgeted for.
We have a government loan, which means that they will pay for a lot of our construction or help us.
Yeah.
It's a loan to pay for
Yeah, I
that.
got the quote.
And so we need to forward them invoices.
no,
So some things we pay for directly, and sometimes some things they pay for directly, and then some things we split the cost. So it's almost like we're running a business now, we have money coming in, versus if it was a normal construction, you just start with a certain amount of money in the bank account and spend till it's gone. We have to still play the game of in and out, in and out. So it's not hustling, but it feels like it between the two of us to make sure everyone's paid the way they want to, but making sure that we're doing all right as well. Stereo in every washroom,
Yeah.
and then plus one out here, right?
Yeah, if you want to do one here, or yeah, I guess that's where else would you put it, really? Yeah, because there were 6, right? 6 in a case or something like that. Gas lines are going to go in. Equipment will probably be here in about 5 weeks. We can maybe start to rock and roll a little bit, start to test things out. And hood's going to be cool. Hood's going up next week. That's a big thing, you know. The kitchen will start to look like the kitchen. I still think November. I still think. What do you think there, Ryan?
November 1st, we're broke.
That's it. Or else we're moving to Newfoundland.
I feel like it's like that journey across the sea, and You've forged off the beach, you've hit the first waves and they're crashing in and you go, holy shit, this is way bigger than I thought it was.
This is a good fucking start to the week. As we're standing here doing nothing.
Really coming.
No, fucking right though, it is coming. It's coming along. The permits are just like fucking godsend and awesome.
Well, it gives us a chance.
Yeah, now we can actually we have possibility of actually opening on time. It's hard to fucking look at it and think because there's so much to do. You don't even really, I don't know. We'll glaze up the wall, we'll paint it all and get that ready. And then I think I might actually leave this shitty old brick because it looks cool.
It's gonna be really interesting to see how it all develops. Right, we're a restaurant first, but for the young people in our lives, the bar scene really is brought into it. And so you can make a place that you can have great food in the back or have great food sitting at the bar. Like I love sitting at the bar. You get a better interaction with people who work there. Usually it's more intimate, a little bit more interesting.
The meat room is so exciting for me because it's going to be a learning process for me too. And we built the fridge from scratch, so it has there's a connection to it, so it's going to be good. That's it. On the next episode, opening Bestellen. We can't go on the roof because the roof has to be replaced, but we can't replace the roof because it's raining. I will make sure this restaurant doesn't open prior to people knowing what the they're doing. It's got to be blazing hot. How did I go from 3 cooking tests to 0?
But if you don't exactly know, then don't say anything.